What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 7 of the THC Samuel Show. Again, thank you so much if you've watched, the first few episodes of the show. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. Been talking about art, just various pieces, different types of art, glass, different collectibles, different artists. So today for episode 7, I wanted to do an episode on one of my favorite artists, probably one of your favorite artists, someone you guys have probably heard of. If not, this might be an awesome episode for you. But even if you have heard of Kaws, this might be an awesome episode for you as well. So with that being said, let's get into it. I got the Along the Way set. So we will break that down. It's one of my favorites, and it was actually the second Kaws collectible set that I got for my collection. So let's get into it. So really quick, we're going to get into everything about this piece, some information about Kaws. But first, if you're enjoying the channel, right there in the video, please smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, thumbs up on the video, please. I would appreciate it. It helps me grow the channel. I'm trying to, grow it slowly, putting out content every week. Hopefully it's fun for everybody. It's fun for me. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. So with that being said, let's get into Along the Way. So Kaws is one of my favorite artists. I love Kaws. He's a legend. I'm almost assuming that everybody watching has heard of him, but if you haven't, his real name, he goes by Brian Donnelly, but his art name is Kaws. And basically he is a graffiti artist, or I guess was a graffiti artist really, like back in the 80s and 90s. And then he started getting into a lot of different mediums, and he was in the New York art scene, and from what I know about him, he would actually take a bus stop key and plaster his artwork and his characters kind of within a bus stop advertisement, and kind of intertwine his street art with like traditional advertising, and just kind of was really the first artist to really level up and do some different unique things that I guess started to become really accepted and noticed by the general public. Also, a few years ago, I think it was 2016, I could be wrong. If someone knows, please hit the comments, but a few years ago, Kaws was an artist that had one of his giant figures featured in the Macy's Day Parade on Thanksgiving. So he's just really, his artwork has become really well known across the world. He's done massive installations in Sweden and Amsterdam, and I think he just finished one in Brooklyn recently. I have yet to actually been able to go see one of his exhibitions in person, but I have been lucky enough to scoop a few of his toys, a few of his collectibles. So with that, this is Along the Way. Can't wait to show you guys. So next we'll get into the box and just show you guys step by step what the piece looks like. Hypes, let's go. So here we go on a first little close-up of the box. It's super, super cool. On the right hand side down there, you see it says adult collectible, 15 plus, not a toy. You got some warning labels on the other side, and then you have the open edition. This came out in 2019, and it's got a really nice kind of gold foil that I'm trying to, there we go. Look at that kind of pop as you turn the gold foil, and the packaging is really, really nice. And next, I will show you guys what the inside looks like, but basically it's kind of fully customized to fit both of the figures. So we'll show you guys the inside of the box next. The box is almost kind of like a giant shoebox, and actually real quick, I'll open it for you guys, and we'll check out that inside. So both figures fit right there, hopefully to come to everybody who bought them undamaged. And then let's kind of get to the back of the box a little bit, and you'll see all of this other information down here. Kaws' toys are made by Medicom, so if you guys have seen previous episodes, that's that little logo down here, Medicom. They are an amazing company. They make some of the best figurines and collectible toys in the world, and that's who Kaws collaborates with to create these epic figures. So next we'll get into this piece, Along the Way. So this is Along the Way, and I guess really quick before I kind of get into talking about the collectible set, the sculpture set, all of the sculpture sets, at least to my knowledge, obviously I'm not an expert, so feel free to obviously do your own research. I also want to create a conversation, so if someone out there knows more than me, please hit those comments and let's continue to talk about it. But basically, all of Kaws' toys are obviously replicas of his larger sculptures. He's done exhibitions where pieces are made out of wood, all kinds of different crazy mediums, and some of his pieces go for millions of dollars. I actually think that in 2019, I believe, it might have been 2019, maybe 2020, his work was, I think, the highest selling, I should say, at auction in terms of all of the artists in the world. His original pieces are insane, and hopefully one day I will get one myself. But along the way is a piece, a collection, I should say, that dropped in 2019. And really with Kaws, and again, this is just my opinion, everybody has their own kind of viewpoint on art and why they love it and what each piece kind of means to them and really what they think it means in general. Along the way, to me, why I decided to scoop it, one, I'm a huge fan of black. Favorite color, wear it all the time, wear black it's my favorite color. So the black pieces obviously are kind of my initial go-to for my collection. But along the way, really the piece together, it's two individual Kaws sculptures, and then they come together to kind of give each other that like behind the back, just kind of like pick each other up kind of vibe. And the reason I decided to scoop it was because, again, it's really all about what each sculpture and what each piece kind of means to you. I kind of look at along the way as exactly kind of what I just said, where, you know, everybody kind of has rough days, you know, rough weeks, rough months, whatever it is, and like this is, you know, two homies, two friends, and they're just like kind of like keeping each other kind of, you know, on course, just saying, you know, keep it going, keep everything pushing, you know, it's all going to be cool. So I think that really whatever anybody else gains from the piece, please also hit the comments. I'd love to know kind of what you guys think about it. But when I bought it and when I have it, you know, sitting in my house, that's kind of the first thing that comes to mind when I think about it. And if you haven't seen Kaws' other work, definitely check it out. He's like unbelievable. So next we'll get into some close-ups and basically show you some really fine detail of how these are made, not how these are made, but really what they look like, and a close-up of each piece. So here we go, and actually I tried to clean them off a little bit, but there's a little bit of dust on the bottom. I try to keep them dust free. But here we go, as a little pan from the bottom. They're it's such a super cool piece, and the way that they, like I said, kind of just interconnect and just kind of pick each other up. It's such a sick piece. So now we'll go one by one, and the classic crossbone, cross eyes. That was one of my favorite aspects of the Kaws characters, and these are called companions. I should have mentioned that in a earlier clip, but these pieces by Kaws are specifically called companions. So here we have the first figure in along the way, and the Kaws figures are super sick. Again, they're made by Medicom, and the limbs are adjustable. You can kind of adjust the arms, but I kind of keep it in the classic position, hand down. And let's see if the camera can get a nice zoom. There's the front. And then let's also show you guys what the bottom looks like. 2019 along the way. There it goes. They're super sick pieces. Again, they're just kind of ways to have a piece of Kaws' work in your house. Obviously, like until you're a big baller and can afford one of the originals, you know, for $100,000 or whatever. But until then, the collectibles are super sick, and they're really just a fun way, like I said, to have a Kaws piece in your house. You know, just chilling on a shelf and just like hanging out at the crib. So next, we'll show the other one. So here is the second figure of Along the Way, and his head, you can see, number 2, his head's kind of tilted down. If my camera wants to cooperate, let's see. You can see his head. There we go. His head is tilted down. Now he's saying like, what's up? But in the traditional flat setting, his head's definitely down, you know, kind of in that down and out kind of mode. And again, the detail with the eyes and the sculpture work is awesome. And then down at the bottom, we got the Medicom and Kaws 2019. And I scooped this actually from the homie. Again, shout out to Mile High Gallery in Denver. So if you guys are ever looking for art, I think he's about to drop a website. So shout out to Mile High Gallery. I scooped this set from them, from Drew. And it's a super sick set. I absolutely love Kaws' work. And these two just go so well together. So next we'll do like a little pan of both of them together. So from the bottom up, here's what they look like together. So sick. This angle really gives you guys the best perspective. Let me pause it right there. hit a little zoom. And in terms of how much these pieces cost, I don't actually remember how much I paid when I scooped mine, but just checking recently on like StockX and eBay and stuff like that, I think they range between, you know, $725 and $1,000. So definitely, like I said, compared to Kaws's originals and like OG work, definitely affordable. Something that, you know, the average kind of art lover and art collector can definitely afford to scoop and add to the collection. So now I'm going to take you guys from the top of the piece, and again, these pieces are called companions. Kaws' kind of classic characters. He just kind of uses them in different forms and different, I guess, contexts, and creates kind of just different vibes with each set. Some of them are flayed and kind of show the inner workings, and there's a whole different kind of concept behind those pieces. But basically, the outer shell is kind of just like everybody's, you know, everyday skin, and then inside obviously there's a human, and everybody's different, everybody deals with stuff, and along the way, just like the piece is entitled, is called, sometimes people need some help. So this piece is kind of just a really I guess cool embodiment of just being human and helping each other out. So with that being said, this is Along the Way by Kaws. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 7 of the THC Samuel Show. Today we got into one of my favorite artists in the world, hopefully one of your favorite artists. If not, hopefully this episode maybe showed you some new art, maybe taught you something about Kaws that maybe you didn't know before. But Kaws is really a legend. He's one of my absolute favorites. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning into number 7, episode 7 of the show. Right down there, I'm going to toss it in the video like I've been doing. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps me grow the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And every week we're going to be talking about different pieces, different artists, different reasons that I collect artwork. Hopefully, like I said, continue to start a discussion about art and why I love it, and hopefully why you guys do too. So this is Along the Way by Kaws, and let's get it. So whenever you guys are watching this, again, good morning, good evening, whenever. Peace out. Thank you guys. Cheers.